This is the weekend of the Paschal Triduum, as Christians call it. So welcome to you parishioners, St. Suzanne's, Jesus Light of the World. It's not just Easter, it's the Easter Triduum. It's both death and resurrection, suffering and life. It's all intertwined together. And so it's a celebration which begins on Friday, late Thursday night, the Triduum of Easter, with the washing of the feet. Jesus washes the feet of his disciples, and then Good Friday we walk in the streets, the Passion of the Lord, and celebrate the completion of the Triduum with the resurrection of the Lord. And the celebration continues for 40 days, right to Pentecost, when we celebrate the great victory of God who's given us life and hope and direction. I'd like to focus on one thing just for you to think about. I like to usually focus on one thing. It says on Thursday, Holy Thursday, when Jesus washes the feet of his disciples, a task which was assigned to the servants, when people had been walking in the dirty, trudgy streets of Palestine and arrived at a friend's place to have supper. The job of the servant was to wash their feet, get the dust off and get all the dirt off and the grime, and then they'd walk into the house in bare feet and have nice clean floors, And Jesus washed the feet of his disciples, doing the task of the servant. And the scripture begins in chapter 13 of John's Gospel. It says, when Jesus had come to this time of his departure, he loved his disciples right to the end. I'd like you to focus on that little phrase. He loved them right to the end. Do you love your children, your friends right to the end? Your wife right to the end? Your husband right to the end? The people who are precious to you right to the end? That's what true love is, of course. Authentic love is not just saying, in good times and in bad, in sickness and in health, I will love you until the end. The nature of true love is fidelity right through the difficulties of life. And God's love for us is like that. It's faithful right to the last drop. It doesn't sort of leave us hanging halfway through the journey of life and saying, you know what, you're getting too heavy. I'm just going to drop you now. I'll find somebody better. I can't stand it. I'm going to look for a better friend than you. God's love is absolutely faithful right to the end. And Jesus loved us until the end, as the scripture says. I've seen this expression of God's love through family members who've been an inspiration beyond belief for me of this precise kind of love. Think of elderly couples where the husband loves his wife, takes care of her right through her Parkinson's or dementia, right into the palliative care unit, and holds their hands and, takes a little sponge and waters their mouth because it gets very dry and gives them a bit of water. Loving them right to the end. Taking care of the people they care for right to the end. I've seen it with people with multiple sclerosis. Young couple accompanying their man accompanying his wife who's got MS, and she got it very early in their marriage, and he's been accompanying her and accompanying her and accompanying her. What an inspiration! What an inspiration! The courage of people, loving right to the end. That's the true test of genuine care and genuine love for people, is loving them right to the end. And the end sometimes is not very pretty. Sometimes the end can be very, very disarming, with my spouse who wets her bed, or my husband who drooling, not able to eat, all kinds of unpleasant things that have to be dealt with. Washing very dirty bottoms and peeing in bed. Who knows what it is? That's loving right to the end. And the true test of love is that amazing love of God expressed in and through you and through me and through each other, of that love right to the end, which Jesus did for us. And on the cross he said, Father, forgive them. They know not what they're doing. I pour out my Spirit that they may find life. That's the love of the Lord. So may you experience the love of God who loves you right to the end, the bitter end of whatever will be your life. Faithful each day, no matter what you go through, always washing us clean and wiping off the dirt from our feet, the feet of our souls, and cleaning us up and presenting us to the Father. So have a great Easter Triduum. May you know the love of the Lord always in your life and be close to him through this holy season.